As a young man, Don was excited to accept a new ministry role in a larger church. God had spoken clearly and given him the confidence to move his family to a new town. But as Don arrived to take up his new role, he received a disturbing dream. In the dream, Don saw a group of men dressed in white hazmat suits. They were cleaning out piles of horrible muck from a culvert and removing it to the roadside nearby. He woke up revolted. How awful that all that muck was being exposed to everyone driving by. The next night, Don had the same dream again. It didn't take long to see what the dream meant. 2 days later, a woman came to see him with a confession. She'd been having an affair with the church's founding pastor, an internationally renowned speaker and the leader of the church's denomination. Shortly after, Don received a visit from another woman. She too had been having an affair with the pastor. Then a third woman came, and a fourth. In 2 weeks, 6 women felt impressed by God to confess an affair with the same man, and they all came to Don independently of one another. It was at that time that Don had a third dream. He saw a dilapidated house with a window that was peppered with borer holes. He watched as a hand came out, holding a flame. As it passed over the windowsill, a myriad of insects scuttled out of the holes, pressured by the heat. The next day, another affair came to light, and a staff member commented, "This stuff is all coming out of the woodwork." In response to all that unfolded, Don tried to report the case to the leadership of the church movement he was part of. He was shocked to hear their response. "This is the devil's attempt to destroy a good man's ministry. We need to keep this covered." There was little that Don could do. Eventually, he parted ways with the denomination and continued to lead his church into a place of healing and restoration. Later, he heard, the perpetrator went on to cause more harm to other families. When Jesus was on the earth, he said the Holy Spirit would speak to convict us of sin and lead us into truth. The Holy Spirit's words are like a double-edged sword, penetrating the thoughts and attitudes of our heart. When God speaks, everything is uncovered and laid bare before God's eyes. In Don's story, we see how Holy Spirit is the ultimate truth teller. But his God conversations also show us why God speaks in this way. God is the ultimate cleaner in a hazmat suit, working to expose our muck for the purpose of setting us free. God's heart is not to leave us bound up in sin, but to deal with it so it doesn't destroy us. Our sinful behaviors have toxic consequences. They destroy our peace, take away our freedom, and they harm others. Ultimately, they lead to spiritual death. God's truth-telling is therefore a gift to be welcomed and not to be refused. When Holy Spirit convicts us, the call must not be to cover it up again, but to allow it to be exposed so that God can clean us up. God's truth-telling is a gift, if only we will listen to it. Thanks for listening to Everyday God Conversations today. We'd love to invite you on the journey to hearing God's voice for yourself by subscribing to our email devotional plan at godconversations.com.